Hey folks, I thought it would be good just to have a quick chat about where we're at with the project. So all the pieces now are painted with their base coat colour. We've got all the lines etched in. We've started to think about these pieces that we want to add as well. So we've got these button shields that we were making the other day, and starting to add certain these embellishments. Since the start of the project, it's been very much about the sort of technical aspect. Choose a material, measure it as accurately as we can, etch the lines in and so on. But it's not really been very artistic up to this point. But we are getting there now. And what I wanted to just have a quick chat about was how we're going to apply essentially artistic interpretation into the pieces. So one of those decisions that we need to do, one of the sort of artistic decisions, is about the colours we're going to use. Now, I showed you yesterday that I painted this dark grey, and I've actually essentially finished painting it now. It doesn't seem to show well on here, but you get this is considerably different than just the base colour that we'd picked. We finished off. This is essentially a finished piece now. This is this sample that I kept waving around. So again, one of the sort of artistic decisions that I've chosen to make is that is the colour I'm going to use, because I also had a play with using green as a base, and there's 3 different types of green on here, and in addition had to think about using blue. And I think both of these look great. I really like the blue. I don't think the models look uncomfortable on either. So quick look there. So either on the green, I think he looks alright there. Hopefully the light's working there. Or on the blue. Again, if we just turn that round, they look good. Hey, he's hiding a little bit on the blue, so maybe that would be more appropriate. Because what we've got now is essentially this grey is the colour that I'm going to go for. So this is the effect I'm looking for. And what I've done on here as well, I've started to play with some other ideas. So I painted in this yellow sort of sun icon. What did I do on this side? Nothing. This is the effect of the polystyrene. So you can see really lots of features in there where we've cut the polystyrene. I also put these kind of runic symbols in. Going to have a play with those, but I also put those blue triangles on there as well. So again, we're starting to get a different effect there. And on here, I cut a kind of channel to make essentially a blood pool. If you remember that yellow insect that we had the other day, I painted him up as well to look like some kind of altar. That's what I was suggesting the other day. So maybe he's going to be on top of there again with the the sun symbol here. So this is the essence of what's going to happen now. We need to start artistically interpreting the pieces that we're putting together, and the point is that everything that you do is going to be way different than what I put together. You can follow the basic techniques. The rest of the videos will follow me creating the pieces of this colour and using these additional pieces. Again, I don't know if he's going to be on there, but you need to choose the colour that you like. Maybe it's green or blue that you prefer. Hey, maybe it's something else. Another one that I did a while ago was to make a ziggurat using the brown colours, and again that worked out pretty well. It's got some blue steps on there, some red markers this time instead of yellow. There's the wax discs. This one's pretty finished. It's only a corner piece actually. But again, I just wanted to play with that. So we've seen the browns, we've seen maybe blues, greens, or greys for regular stonework. I'm going to go with the stonework for my liking. And again, what I've started to do is look at the houses now as well. So I've started to sort of position pieces on the houses, think about how, we said about where's that door going to go, for example. This isn't the door, but it represents the door for me when I'm thinking about it. What else? Oh, also, here's a step I mentioned the other day. So there we've got the step there. Remember that little white thing that I had? I couldn't think. This is essentially what I was talking about with the brazier idea. So maybe we can have the brazier on there, or maybe we can have a couple of them either side of the blood pool, for example. So again, it's starting to come together now as a real piece of architecture, but we need to think about that. Oh, here's something else I came up with, just having a play with sort of, you know, these sort of totemic poles as well. So very quickly now, these pieces that we've been making for the village, you know, we're in different states at the moment, different states of preparation, they'll come together. I'll show you me making the rest of my pieces, but essentially this is the direction I want to go in, and you just need to think about, you know, how you want to go. Remember, it's your artistic interpretation of this. You know, it's your story, your feel for the way the village is going to come together. So, and none of it's wrong. You know, the colours you choose, the way you lay it out, etc. Sure, there might be more technically correct ways to do the dry brushing and so on that we're seeing here, but in terms of an artistic piece, you know, in the whole village, it's just your shout. So don't be shy. Get on with choosing some colours and some different ways of you know, putting things together. Here's another example, by the way, of a small spawning pool that I put together. These columns, by the way, are, what are they? They're a grey with a blue wash, and here's some little miniature things I put together ages ago. By the way, I'm only going to be using 3 colours because I have everything in 3 colours. So, for example, just get these out of the way. You know, it's Catchin green, Narlock green, and Goblin green for the green colours. There's the 3 blue colours. What have we got? Regal blue, Enchanted blue, Ice blue. For the grey, I'm going to be using a Codex grey with a Fortress grey mid-tone, and then highlights with Astronomicon grey. And if I want to put some extreme highlights on, I'll put some Skull white on there. They're the only 3 colours I'm going to use, and I'm not going to mix them. So this is those 3 colours. That's all I've used, you know, to create this effect. We've got the black undercoat, the Codex grey top layer, I guess the base coat. We've got a kind of heavy dry brush of Fortress grey, and then a very light dry brush of the Astronomicon grey. That's all we're seeing there. So they're the 3 colours I'm going to use as we go ahead. Again, think about the colours you want to use. Is it the greens, the blues? You know, is it the browns? The browns, by the way, would be bestial brown, snakebite leather, and bleached brown. These 3 here. Again, with a bit of white if you wanted to highlight. But I'll show you using these 3 colours. So let's crack on with it.